Howdy, everybody. I had to restart the live stream. Was not supposed to do that. It was not supposed to be live streaming vertically. It was not supposed to do that. So now I have to restart. I have to go back from where now I got nobody watching the live stream. And now, yeah, I don't know. And I had to start the live stream. I was not supposed to. It's not supposed to, like, yeah. Blazer's here finally. And I. And now finally, Bowman shows up finally. And Nintendo and Sonic Gamer Girl is here, so yeah. Finally, I'm glad for those who make it here. I'm finally here, and I know. Welcome to my commentary live stream 2025 special, and I do have an announcement to make. First off, it's something that it's one of my former band teachers that I really that I deeply respected since back in the 2000s. I never knew how old he was until during the COVID pandemic hit. So my former band teacher, whose name is Ted Carrico, he's one of the best band teachers that I ever met, and I thought he was still teaching at Lone Star Middle School and all this. As the years go by, all the way through the 2000s to the 2010s. And then all of a sudden, to my surprise, I didn't realize what was going on. I mean, I know there was the COVID pandemic that came in somewhere around in March. And then all of a sudden, it was my former band teacher, Ted Carrico, experiencing health issues because of the COVID pandemic. No one has ever told me that he actually passed away in 2020 of May 19th. I was completely unaware of it. No one told me on the website. I was never reached about his passing. No one told me that until I found out 5 years later that he passed away, and a part of me just died. And the reason why a part of me just died is because my former band teacher, Ted Carrico, just passed away at the age of 62. I don't know why. No one told me, nobody informed me until my sister, who used to go to Nampa High School, who used to play the flute in marching band and in concert band and wind ensemble, and then yeah. And it was devastating, and I I don't know what to say, and I don't know how this happened. And like I said, a part of me died, and I do remember how great he was a band teacher when he helped out my other band teacher, who's also I deeply respected, Dr. Thomas W. Stone, back in Nampa High School, and all of a sudden they would do some amazing skits that like a play, a skit of a play, and I kind of have a gift of rhyming poems in the skit of a play. So it was absolutely funny, and I really enjoyed it. And Ted Carrico, like he really knows how to bring out the best in all of us, including myself. One of the best teachers I've ever had, and he's absolutely great. I don't think nothing can ever replace of the time and the dedication that Mr. Ted Carrico poured his heart out into every band student from Nampa High School. I know it won't be the same without him. He was also teaching in Lone Star Middle School, and he was absolutely great. He teaching, like, junior high, middle schoolers and all that. It went absolutely great. So this was before the COVID pandemic hit, and he was a one of a kind. With Mr. Ted Carrico, I mean, my goodness. For the first time, Nampa High School has won the sweepstakes, taking first place several years in a row. And I decided to, like, back in the 2000s, I decided to stay and help out the band before Mr. Stone retired. I know his last time was in somewhere in 2008. His last time was 2009. That was his last time. So, yeah, the same thing for Mr. Ted Carrico. And it will not be the same without him. And then a new band teacher, Mr. Philip Michael Hazing, came in. And then and I know he was not as good as Mr. Stone, but I know he is a great band teacher in his own right. Then also there was the help of Mr. Shad Williams before the two band teachers retired. A great percussionist, a great teacher for percussion, for drums, or for the drum line, and also it was everything was hunky dory, but ever since Mr. Philip Michael Hayden came into the picture, usually I try to take up the mantle, but I wasn't able to. So after 2 years of helping out Mr. Philip Michael Hazing, along with Mr. Stone and Mr. Ted Carrico, I decided that I had to retire at an early age. And so I did. If only I didn't retire at an early age, but it was time. It was time. So I said goodbye and adieu, from a farewell, from a living tribute to seniors concert. And then as the years go by, I used to work at Jack in the Box. Then I decided to quit in a fast food restaurant, and now I'm doing YouTube videos beginning at 2015. And also, this is my 10-year anniversary doing YouTube videos, and I know my birthday is not too far away, which is in September, which I can hardly do that one, and everybody would be excited. So, yes, I can hardly wait. Besides the NFL regular season. And also, my brother's birthday isn't too far away either, and that would be June the 2nd. June the 2nd. So, yeah. Followed by my younger sister's birthday, which is July the 1st. And I can hardly wait for that one, too, as well. And yeah, and now, and after like so many years later, after 2020 and May 19th, yeah, thank you, Bo man. On when I found out about when I found out about Ted Carrico, that oh my, he he it was devastating. I didn't know there was a Facebook page about him. It says he was a joyful, kind, and gentle man who lived out his faith in Jesus with commitment and excellence and integrity. He touched many lives through the gift of music. This page is a place to grieve together and also give tribute to Ted, acknowledging the impact he had. And I it was I was just so devastated. So he so he was born on April 26, 1958 in Gooding, Idaho, to Don and Verna Jean Roberts Carrico. He studied music education in Oregon and had the privilege of teaching music for 37 years in the state of Idaho. On September 22nd, 1979, he married the love of his life, Carleen Rebecca Becky Sinclair, and they raised one daughter, Bethany, and two sons, Barton and Benjamin. His career as an educator began in 1981 in the Orofino School District, teaching band and choir at Timberline High School and Middle School. In 1983, he moved to the McCall-Donnelly District throughout enjoying the schools and the mountain life. He moved to Nampa in 1996 and taught at West Middle School, Nampa High School, many elementary schools, and most recently at Lone Star Middle School and Sage Valley Middle School. Paramount to Ted's life was his love for his Savior, Jesus Christ, and evidence of that faith exuded from him. He was described as kind, gentle, patient, and full integrity. He loved his family well and deeply impacted the lives of thousands of students over the course of his teaching career. Ted enjoyed involvement at his church, playing in the jazz quartet, fly fishing on the Owyhee River, golfing, roasting, and drinking coffee, and camping in the mountains with his family. Ted was preceded in death by his father, Don Carrico, his mother, Verna Jean Roberts Carrico, and his brother, George Carrico. He is survived by his wife, Becky Carrico, his brother, Rick, Bethany Harding, Bart Carrico, I don't know, it says Jacob, or Bart and Christian, Jacob, it's like, the family, next of kin. Stephen Buckelman, Alliance Irisubiza, and 12 grandchildren. A celebration of Ted's life that was held back in June 27, 2020 at 10:30 a.m. at outdoors near the Brandt Center at NNU for health and safety of those who are in attendance. Please bring your own chair, practice social distancing, and also those who wear a mask, and yeah, and there's a plenty of comments and all this, and I, like I said, I was so devastated. I did not even know that he actually passed away. I really did not know 5 years prior. I really didn't know until my sister Yolanda told me about what happened, and then and like I said, a part of me died, and that is what happened. And I was told last week, last Sunday, and it just came out of nowhere. And also, yeah. So, anyways, it is not how he died; it is how he lived, and hopefully, I'll remember the good times I had, including the bad times when we went to into band trips where we went to Disneyland twice with Mr. Carrico, and that is one of the best moments I ever had in my life. And not to mention, and also to help him out as well when it comes to marching band and concert band, wind ensemble, and it was great. So yeah. And also, also have another announcement of this commentary special. Wednesday was not one of my better days because I thought my eye doctor appointment was at like 3, but it was rescheduled at 10 a.m. because I was not fully aware of this. And if only, and I was not in a good mood from yesterday, and it was horrible. It went terribly wrong, and I should have known better because wanted to try to talk as much to those people I have on Discord, but I wasn't because nobody knows how I really feel. When I said I'll explain everything, while I talk on the general chat with the audio and/or video. And I don't think it was not the smartest move by trying to cheer me up because nobody understands how I really feel. It was not. It was. I was not feeling really happy because of my former band teacher just passed away. And then all of a sudden, that I had to rush things because I wasn't fully prepared to go to flag football practice. I had most of my equipment, but I didn't have my footballs to bring with me because I was heavily rushed. I was not fully prepared in life. I wasn't. I just couldn't. I tried to be ready. I really did. If only the eye doctor would have told me about the appointment that's at 10 a.m. and my mom tried to call me on the cell but there was no way for me to be reached because the place where she's at was like the cell service was kind of weak, having a really weak signal from over there than over here because I'm okay with the signal over here, but over there with the cell service is not as strong. The Wi-Fi internet is pretty strong, just not the cell service. And and the reason why I had to I I didn't give enough benefit of the doubt that my little sister had to pick me up, which I was grateful at first. And then because I was so heavily rushed, I only brought my equipment, my cleats and my mouthpieces, just not my footballs. And I lost my sunglasses, and then I'm starting to lose my mood here. Wasn't in a happy mood because of this and that. Then I wanted to get a cup of coffee at Moxie Java, the one place I had to go to, that the place, and it was from a coffee shop. It wasn't really good, and then my stomach was starting to feel really queasy, really bad, and it was ugly. And I was not. I was just so tired. I wasn't even fully prepared. And now I just it was a really bad day for me. I was just not fully ready because of the I already apologized to my sister. I'm because I was just not in a good mood, including on Discord and most social media platforms. I just wanted to have a good day, but I didn't. But it feels like I just had one bad accident, one bad day when it turned because I never asked to something that I should have been prepared. Like, why can't the doctors ever make a phone call? Or they're like, no. It was, I was just upset. And I should have been, should have been given not the benefit of the doubt, but more like given more credit to my sister Izzy. I'm just I just don't like to have bad days. I just don't want to have days that go completely wrong, and it's just and it hurts. It really hurts. I just I just don't want to be hurt. And all of a sudden I am hurt because I wasn't fully prepared. If only if only I would have been more prepared by the doctor's appointment. And I feel like I'm a failure for 2 Wednesdays in a row, and I don't want to go for a third because it will truly break me. Starting to feel like Wednesday is not the best day in the month of May for me because I don't want to have it. It really will hurt me in any for whatever cost. I just that's why the reason why no one wanted to come over on the general chat on video and audio because for those who try to cheer me up for the by doing this, but not for the by thinking it's for the wrong reasons, I would say it's a bad time because when I say come on over, just come on over. If any like one or more person will do. I don't care who it is, yeah, but not a very good time when it comes to try to cheer me up because I was not in a good mood because the doctor had to change the schedule at 10 instead of 3. So like I said, I wasn't too happy. I feel really, I already apologized to my sister Izzy. And like I said, I didn't give enough credit for her, and and I know it's not her fault, which is not, but I know she has like a family to take care of. I know she has her daughter to take care of along with her husband. And also she's experiencing her own thing. So yes, and she's doing a bang up job. So I'm really glad that she is definitely one tough cookie that will not be broken, and she is one of the tough cookies. So that is the reason why I had to make these announcements. I I just don't want to have bad Wednesdays. I really don't like Wednesdays at all because it will hurt me and I hate it because I don't want to have this for 3 in a row because it will destroy me on the inside. And I don't want to have it like at all, whether it's in person or on social media. I really don't want to have it at all. I was completely down. I feel like I was down and out. I feel like I was down and out. And once again, I was shut down on the inside. And usually I know when it comes to the golden rule that works on most social media platforms is the words, treat others the way you want to be treated. I get that. So, I don't know if my sister Izzy is watching, but I know she's busy and I know she doesn't have the time to check out unless she have the little bit of time to check out, which is fine. But all I can say is sorry for her because I wasn't able to live up to the standards because I didn't like experiencing bad days because Wednesdays is just not my favorite type of days because I rather not experience another bad Wednesday and it will deliberately destroy me on the inside, or should I say it'll eat me alive. And I first of all and yeah. So I know my brother's birthday is coming on June the 2nd, but but besides that, I just hope I know she has forgiven me, but sometimes I have to do something a little to give back because the way she take me like more than once, and that would be like taking me to flag football practice. So I'm guessing I think she is done for the time. I think she is done for that. So if I if I go by myself to flag football practice, it's fine. I'll go there by myself. But if my mom wants to take me, that's then so be it. It'll be okay. It'll be all right. Do I know my little sister's schedule? No, I really don't. Only she knows, I don't. And if you're saying, do you know her schedule? I do not have the slightest clue, so don't ask me because it is pointless. Only she knows her schedule, not me. Of course, I went to I went to pick up some medical treatment for my left eye. And I do have some good news for you all, which is good. So it's at least it's not bad news, it's some good news. The good news is I thought it was a chalazion, to be honest, but it's not. It's a hordeolum. It's like, what? Like, are you making up with this nonsense? Like, no, I'm not. You can browse up on the internet on the search engine hordeolum, and to be honest, the lump on my left eye, it's starting to go away. It's gotten a lot smaller than it was. That's the good news. It's gotten smaller. It wasn't as big as it was, but it's gotten smaller, and that is really good news. And I thought my left eye was itchy, but no, it was like a type of a regular pimple. Like, yeah. Also, at least I thought so. Yeah, I mean, and so it's gotten better. It has gotten better than it was. That started like 2 to 3 weeks ago, and yeah, my left eyelid, not my left eye, my left eye. Are you saying? Can you see clearly with both eyes? Yes, I can see far from the wall to the mountains and the canyons. Okay, what about? Can you close one left eye? And you're gonna say, and I'm gonna say which eye you want me to close. Start with your left. Okay, I'll start with my left. Okay, can you read the letters? Like how far? I can read letters. I can see clear like the words put, and I can see the words belt of truth, breastplate of righteousness, and shoes of peace and all that. So yeah, I can see. So yeah, that's the good news. My left eye is getting a lot better. I mean, my left eyelid, sorry. It's gotten a whole lot better than 2 to 3 weeks ago. I mean, my goodness. I would say the month of May is not a great month for me. Most of it, only a small part of the month of May, what like I would say is all right with me. So I got to put in like eye drops like 3 times a day, and before I go to bed, I have to put in like cream on my left eyelid. And I just to be safe than be sorry, I'm gonna use Q-tips and just and like I said, it has gotten a lot better. It has gotten a whole lot better. It has like completely making this a lot better than I ever thought it was. And it's gotten smaller and smaller, and and the process is speeding up a lot faster than I thought it would. So usually I start drinking this apple cider vinegar. Like what? Yeah, I know, apple cider vinegar, and then I pour with mostly with water, then 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, and then some lime. Yes, lime, and then I have to like drink the whole thing like in like a shot of a cup in. Just swallow and then drink it, and like I do it like 3 times a day. And I put with the eye drops like 3 times a day. So yeah. And also, my sister Izzy got me. Well, we were looking for hemp oil. Sadly, however, my sister Izzy wasn't able to find the hemp oil, which is not her fault and it's no one else's fault, and we couldn't find it. But she did find the next best thing, and it was fish oil. Like, what? Fish oil? Yeah, fish oil. I mean, like those omega 3s. When it comes to like skin from your skin pigment and healthy skin and strong into building new skin cells and all that and stuff. For example, like if you had sunburnt and you didn't put any sunblock, and all of a sudden you have like this the type of farmer's tan. You know, I mean, when you go to the beach, for example, and you didn't put sunblock, and it's like, I'll be fine with sunblock, whether it's the sea or the ocean or going to the lake on the beach, and I'm gonna have a great time going to the beach in the lake. And guess what? I'm not using sunblock. And then for a whole somewhat around the most of the day, it was like, hey dude, what happened to you? It's like you got like a farmer's tan. Like, oh really? And then yeah, I think I got sunburned. You do realize by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it feels like part of yourself is gonna hurt so bad, you'll feel like your bones will ache. Like it hurts, and all that and stuff. And yes, it was it was something to behold. And so yeah, my sister Izzy got me fish oil, not hemp oil to be honest, but in caplets. So she wasn't able to find it, like I said, but she was able to get the fish oil, so that was like the next best thing. And she tells me to keep it refrigerated, and I will keep it refrigerated for most of the time. Well, because once I bring out the bottle, I have to use like 1 or 2 tablespoons a day. And after that, I'm done for it, and then I put it back in the refrigerator. So there you go. That's with the fish oil with the plenty omega-3s. It'll kill off the bad bacteria and whatever's left of it to prevent it from coming back from the blockage. The same thing goes with the apple cider vinegar with water and the lime along with the eye drops. And if everything goes clear and if everything seems to be going right as rain, the lump on my left eye should be gone. Like nearly, but I'll be so happy. And yes, I can still see clearly. I'm not saying I'm completely blind on one eye, which I'm glad I'm not, but I can still see. So there you go. And also, and so yeah, I'm on my way, and also I have another announcement to make. Yeah, I got another announcement. When I wanted to do a live stream, which is The Legend of Zelda the Four Sword game, not the GameCube version. When I mean that would be Four Sword Adventures. That's the GameCube version. I said Four Sword game, not Four Sword Adventures game. That would be GameCube. When I said Four Sword game, that is the one for the Game Boy Advance, not the GameCube version. So I'm guessing, I don't know if the GameCube version is on the Nintendo Switch, but I'd be surprised if it is. If it's not, it's not. If it's on the Nintendo Switch 2, number 2, then you gotta get it on the Nintendo Switch 2 because there's no way for anybody to try to get the Nintendo GameCube expansion pass thing, and there you go. So there you have it. Also, yeah, so I was trying to do a multiplayer. I know I done multiplayer when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That was not a problem. That was not a problem. Membership is acquired, whether it's expansion pass or not. So it can work either way. But with the Game Boy Advance app, along with an N64 and the Sega Genesis app thing, well, it requires an expansion pass. I know my internet's good here. I tried to join the party with Philip, and sadly, however, it was taking way too long, and I wasn't able to do a multiplayer to do as a Let's Play live stream. So for that, the live stream for the Legend of Zelda 4 Sword game is officially canceled, I'm afraid. So it is canceled unless someone else has the expansion pass besides Philip and me. Because the way I see it, I won't be able to live stream Legend of Zelda 4 Sword game. I mean, I can do it with Philip. Yeah, that sucks. I know. I can't do a live stream if there's a problem on someone's end. I mean, I'm not so the internet for Philip is fine, including myself, but I don't know what's going on what end, and I don't know why it should he got 3 medals from the Four Sword game, and I don't know how he's able to pull it off on a multiplayer. So the only way I'm gonna try to help out Philip is to try this again and again. I mean, if there is no other way for me to do a multiplayer and doing a live stream while I try to talk to someone on the general chat, which is the video and or audio, there is no way for me to pull this off unless someone else in Discord has the expansion pass. And once you have the expansion pass, you're able to play the Game Boy Advance games on the GBA app on the Nintendo Switch. Unless you have the expansion pass, you are able to play it. I'm not saying you can't. So that's up to you. Oh. Sorry, I sneezed. I was trying to hold it, but I had to let go. So yeah, thank you. If there's anybody out there, I mean anyone who has a Nintendo Switch Online expansion membership pass, you're able to play the Nintendo 64 plus the Sega Genesis and the Game Boy Advance of those apps. If you don't, but you only have the Nintendo Switch Online membership pass, that's $19.99, $20 for the rest of the year. You're the only games of those apps you're only allowed to play is the Super Nintendo app, the Nintendo app, the Game Boy app as well. Yes, those 3 apps with the expansion pass, which is also lasted, which is $49.99, $50 for the rest of the year. You can play the Nintendo 64, the Sega Genesis, and the Game Boy Advance apps, along with the others, for the rest of the year. So, expansion pass, you get more. Not the expansion pass, but just the $20 throughout the rest of the year. You only get to play the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo, and the Game Boy apps on the Nintendo Switch Online service thing. That's it. If that helps you, if that'll help you to understand a better clue of understanding how it works. And so for that, I wasn't able to do a live stream. I wasn't able to pull it off, so instead I had to do a video premiere, which is Donkey Kong Land 2, and for that, I had no choice. So there you go. I had no choice. So forgive me if that were to happen, but like I said, if anyone on the Discord server has a Nintendo Switch besides me and Philip, and for those who have an expansion pass, I would love to do a live stream let's play of Legend of Zelda Forward Sword game, not the Four Sword Adventures of the GameCube app. No. And so that way because I would like to do a test drive before I start a live stream. I want to do a test drive before I start the live stream. And also, and for those who are on Discord, I would love to talk to you on audio and or video with audio, whichever one. Video, audio, or just the audio only. Because when it comes to multiplayer, comes to Nintendo Switch Online, yeah. I know it's the expansion pack is expensive. Trust me, Nintendo and Sonic Gamer Girl. Trust me, it is. The only one you're gonna get that's cheapest is the one that's $20. You only get the Game Boy the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo apps, just not the Game Boy Advance, not the Nintendo 64, and not the Sega Genesis, along with the GameCube apps. If you understand what I mean, then you finally get it. But it does not affect the online service for those who have multiplayers, like such as Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, for example. It's like, does that affect me? Like, expansion pass or not, it will not affect you unless you have membership. Expansion pass or not. So, like I said, if you have like such as Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and then you have the membership, you're good to go. You're good to go. You don't expansion pass or not, you're good to go. So with Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, it's not a problem. It's not a problem when it comes to like multiplayer, like going one-on-one, and then you go into the waiting room, and then one player comes in and takes this turn, and then one player goes out and the other player comes in and takes this turn. So yeah, so like I said, expansion pass or not, it's not a problem. There are no problems on that one. So that I've done a live stream with that, so it's not a problem. It's not a problem. You know, I would love to do a live stream in the near future of Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and to be honest, I would love to do that on my birthday month or birthday week. And that, you know what? I'll do that on my birthday month and or birthday week because my birthday's on September and that will work. So, yeah, that'll work. But hopefully, I would love to get Legend of Zelda Four Sword game. It's on the Game Boy Advance. You know, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past and Four Swords, because Link to the Past you can play as one player. Four Sword game, you cannot play by yourself. You need to have another person to play online with you, unless that person has an expansion pass. And if that person does not have the expansion pass, that player cannot join you on the Game Boy Advance app. And so for that matter, and that's how it works. And people are going, and you guys are going to wondering by saying, are you going to get the Nintendo Switch 2, like, number 2, not, Nintendo Switch number 2. I know I have the Nintendo Switch number 1. The Nintendo Switch number 2 is really expensive if you think about it, like $500? Like, what? I know, it's $500, especially when you go onto Amazon and or eBay or Walmart or Costco or Sam's Club or Target. Yeah, that's expensive. It really is. But I'd be surprised if I get a Nintendo Switch number 2 on my birthday or during Christmas time. Yeah, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money. 500 smackaroos. For those in other countries, I don't know, including the yeni from the Far East, such as, back in like China, Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and all that. Yeah, the Nintendo Switch is not cheap. It's really expensive to buy. So the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out 3 days before your birthday? Oh, really? Okay. So if it comes out, the Nintendo Switch 2 comes out 3 days before your birthday, the same day, when the Nintendo Switch comes out, at the same time with the Nintendo GameCube app comes out. So yeah, that is at the same time, June 8th. So the Nintendo Switch, so I know many people have pre-order the Nintendo Switch for $500, but from other countries, I don't know, because it's a lot of money. I'm gonna say is a lot of money. But also at the same time, on June 8th, the Nintendo GameCube app is coming to the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch number 2. And also with some new games like that'll be coming in, like such as let's say a WWE 2K25 that's coming to the Nintendo Switch number 2. So yeah, that's that. Usually 2K19 and 2K18, like one of the worst games from 2K services is, yeah, that's coming. That's already there, but 2K25 from WWE will be coming to Nintendo Switch number 2. I did not number 1, number 2. And then some other games are like exclusively because I know Nintendo Switch is going to be like last gen. The Nintendo Switch number 2 will be the new generation. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series XS is the new generation. And the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One are last generation. So at least that still be going on. And so yeah, like, so that's the only thing where if there is someone on Discord from the server that I'm in have the expansion pass besides me and Philip, I would love to hear it from you. Or unless those who have one, I mean, that's not in the server that I'm in, including the others. I mean, but for those who have friends from other servers, such as on Discord, which is fine. Because there is no way I can't do a live stream because I need to test drive first before I start the live stream. Otherwise, this is not going to work. Super Smash Brothers, it worked well for multiplayer. Multiplayer for online Nintendo Switch Online membership service when it comes to the gaming apps, that's entirely different. So, yeah. And also, I have another announcement. From what I saw yesterday, from Wednesday, I mean, there was another event, and it's not the Nostalgic Con, which I'll get back to that later on, if you like to know. Is it's called the Somewhere Over the Rainbow Prom. Like, what? I know it's a prom, and it's like it's not too far from where I'm at, approximately like 30 minutes. So it starts at noon and ends at 3. So I would like to go and attend that event. And by the way, I would say the event is absolutely, let's just say it's I don't know if it's free or not, but if it is, I'd be surprised and I would love to go there, and that would be tomorrow. I happen to know where the address is at. So yeah, it's another prom. The one I went to was Shine Prom on February, and this will be the second prom I would love to go to, which would make me a happy guy. So I'm going to have weekend better than what I had from Wednesday. But I know because like life is like a box of chocolates, which I'll get back to about that thing later on. And about the nostalgia con and the nostalgia con that'll last for 2 days. It's not going to be in Garden City, but it'll be in the state capital itself. And I know exactly where it is. It's in Boise, Idaho, and right next to the Idaho Central Credit Union Arena, along with the Grove Hotel. For the first time, it'll be, I thought I was gonna buy tickets there, but to be honest, no tickets acquired, and the event for the Nostalgia Con is absolutely free. Yes, and it's free for me to go into there, and I'm like, yes, count me in. So I'm in. I'm all in. So yeah, I am all in. And also, lesson learned about when I went to the Gem State Comic Con. I did mention about there were Power Rangers, kids who cosplay as Power Rangers, they're who are their favorite Ranger, who are the pink and the blue Ranger out of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original one, the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I have the White Ranger costume, and that would have been a great way to have the perfect cosplay group as the Power Rangers setup. Even though that there's those Power Rangers are from Zhu Ranger, the Mighty Morphin White Ranger is from Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger. The second season, the second TV show, Dai Ranger. And that could have been the icing on the cake. It's like, sweet, we have the original cast. It's Tommy Oliver, Billy Cranston, and Kimberly Ann Hart. Only it's not the original. Only it's not the actors and the voice actors and voice actresses. It's like having the original nostalgia group. That's not the original three, but like the original three. So yes, that could have worked. It's like, oh man, oh, 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 ooh, ooh, ooh. I know. And I should have worn the White Ranger suit first. And guess what? I didn't. You know what? And so I decided this. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm actually gonna do. So I know usually I kind of follow up a little routine, which I usually do. So I decided to change it. So instead of saving the best for last, which is, which I usually do when it comes to the last day, when it comes to go to like an anime con or a comic con, I decided that I'm going to wear like the White Ranger suit first. And then something else comes in second. So, you know what? I'll do that. Wearing the White Ranger. Wow, no, usually there were like 3 to 5 people watching this, and now 0 people not watching. I don't know if anybody's watching, and all of a sudden, is anybody there? Because now I see 0. I see 0 completely, and it's just like the live stream is still going. And now it's just me only. If anyone's there, I'm right here. So yeah, I'm gonna wear the White Ranger costume and the helmet as well. I like the new helmet, so that's the good news. But the bad news is putting the helmet on, and it was really difficult. And like, it's a one size fits all. I try to put it on, and all of a sudden, like, get this thing on, get it on. I'm like, I'm putting it on, yes, and I'm trying to close one half of the helmet. It's in front of me, and close the other half. That's the back of and the top and the back of my head. It's like trying to put a puzzle piece. Like put this little square cube, find the square cube and put it into slot A. The square cube, fill it, put it in slot A. You put that in slot A and not slot B. And yeah, and that was the. So yeah, I was having a bit of a difficulty to put on the helmet, but I'm okay. Yes. Was it sweaty inside the helmet? Yes. I mean, unless you drink plenty of water, you're fine. But because if you don't stay hydrated, you are going to sweat. One sweaty guy. When it comes to wearing the White Ranger costume, and while you're wearing the helmet, I suggest you drink plenty of water, or drink a specialized drink with that has plenty of electrolytes, such as Body Armor. So yeah, drink like Body Armor drinks, not Gatorade. If you think like, why not drink Gatorade? No, don't. I would not recommend drinking Gatorade. Drink Body Armor. That helps. Drinking the Body Armor with the electrolytes will definitely help you. It will not stop you. It will reduce sweating, but it'll help definitely prevent you from getting dehydrated. So that will definitely help. Also, I suggest you bring um like a nutrition bar, like a protein bar, so that way you'll stay on your feet. I know it's like a lot of standing and whatnot, but if you do have the endurance and the muscle, I suggest bring some protein bars with you. Bring them along with you, along with a drink with electrolytes such as Body Armor. Also drink like coconut water as well. So coconut water is also another good one. So coconut water or coconut juice. So definitely stay hydrated. Have some protein bars with you. If once you are like done cosplaying, or while during cosplaying or taking a break, drink Body Armor. Make sure it's cold enough. If you don't have like a lunchbox or a refrigeration bag, get one, and like, to keep like the hot stuff hot and the cold stuff cold. So I suggest you bring something that's cold, that'll keep you hydrated and being less sweaty than what you usually are. So that way you'll be able to be ready from what cosplay that you're in. And so for that, it's so yeah, I think I'm gonna wear like two costumes. Two costumes is good enough for me, because I am not. To be honest, I am not gonna. I want to do four costumes in one in 2 days, but I think it's quite the hectic ride. So I'm gonna just do two costumes, and one of them is the Mighty Morphin White Ranger suit. So for that, I'm definitely gonna be set. So yeah, I'll be set. And you know what? I really, Wednesday was not one of my was another not one of my other better days. And when it comes to the golden rule, treat others the way you wanted to be treated. Because like I said, I was down and I was feeling like out. And I don't know how to pick myself up again. So I had to learn how to pick myself up again. But guess what? I'm glad. I mean, if you got, do you guys have any questions? Because I'm still here. Like any questions out there for if any of you guys are watching this live stream, and if you have questions, now is the time. Now is the time. Just take your time, and now is the time to ask me any questions, because like anything or what, because I already apologized to my sister Izzy, and I know when it comes to the golden rule, treat others the way you want to, the way you wanted to be treated, because I wasn't feeling myself from Wednesday. Yesterday was history, so tomorrow's a mystery for me. Today's a gift. And now I'm feeling all right now. And hopefully I'll have a better day tomorrow. I mean, I'm okay for the day. But tomorrow I'm going to prom. I mean, if I'm going to prom, and if I do, I'm glad. If not, well, that's fine by me. It's not like I'm going anywhere, to be honest. But I will go to the bank tomorrow. And you can bet on that. Whether it's tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Tomorrow or the day after. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions for me, now's the time. But if no one has any questions for me, then I will have some conclusions, and then I will end this live stream. Well, it seems nobody is asking me any questions. Well, guess what? This means it's time for my conclusions of all this. So, just to let you guys know, I was down and I was feeling out. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't give my sister enough credit because I was feeling so miserable yesterday. And while I was in Discord, understand how I feel because of my former band teacher who passed away. And then all of a sudden, it's like passed on what you have learned, but also treat others the way you wanted to be treated. And when it comes to that, you get the idea that the same way you try to treat like your family members in person, even though they have a life and all that, is the same way that you want to treat others the way you want to be treated on social media platforms, such as Discord, for example. And when you realize that you have gone through a lot, and then learning this type of lesson is a lesson learned that when you treat others the way you wanted to be treated in that golden rule, which applies through in person in life, including on social media, it really works. And so for that, like I said, I was down. I feel like I was out. And because I was falling. All because of my former band teacher who passed away. And now I know. And now I understand. And also, my sister was helping me out to taking me to the doctor's appointment. Also, taking me to a grocery store. And also getting me the fish oil. Well, it was too bad it was not the hemp oil, but she only got me the fish oil. So it was the next best thing, and that was good enough. So, like I said, it was not in a complete total loss for her. Not for her. It wasn't a complete total loss, not for her, but it was a complete and total loss for me. And so for that, be as it may, if any of you guys are still like there for me, there for like, is something from what I like to do. And, you know, I'm just happy to have you guys on, for those who on Discord, and also for those who have been like the victims by some people of you know who that I know so well because of I know who they are, and those who I know completely well. And you get the idea that that sometimes life doesn't go in your way because you wanted to like having the best day. But something tells me, I know I said this before on the previous one on some of the previous live stream videos. You can't always get what you want. So, yeah, I think that is a lesson I need to learn again. I can't always get what I want. Whether it's on, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes, yeah. I can't always get what I want. Whether it's in real life, in person, or on social media. It can also be both. It can also be both. So, yeah, it can also be both. And that is the reason why. And you said it be like that sometimes, says Bowman. Yeah, that's true. Hey, I'm glad you sticked around. I thought nobody was on the live stream except for one person who I don't know who it is, but I'm glad you're sticking. So, yes, the lesson is this. It's not just the golden rule. It's about something else. It's also about that you can't always get what you want in life. And where did I've learned that is from 321 Penguins. So yeah, I can't always get what I want in real life and also on social media. That applies to everyone else as well in their lives, including on social media. Both ways or not. So now that I've learned my lesson, Uh, Hopefully, I don't want to have another repeat like 2 Wednesdays in a row. And I don't want to have a third because a third will absolutely eat me alive on the inside. Because I'd rather have a good day, not a bad day. Because if for those who want to try to talk to me on whether it's on Instagram or on Facebook or on Twitter, or not to mention on Thread, which is an app, and also on Discord, I'd be happy to be opened up if something goes wrong. But like yesterday was not a fine day for someone to try to cheer me up because I need someone to understand how I really feel first. So trying to bypass it kind of was not one of the best ideas to have. Just to understand how I really feel first when I make an announcement or not. So yeah, I'm glad that who is now a co-owner and a friend of mine. I don't know if she's still watching this or not. I mean, Nintendo and Sonic Gamer Girl, and I know I heard her story and how she been through. I know it's something that she doesn't. I know it's something that she is like. She can. It's something that she never asked to have one of her servers being erased, and now she is now a co-owner, and finally she is like back on top of things, much like I need to be back on top of things. So yeah, the golden rule, and also you can't always get what you want. When you have a bad day, you usually can't always get what you want. It's like if it's sometimes it's like how and why would the words of Attila the Hun would say, "It is not enough that I succeed, everyone else must fail." I mean, yeah, it's like from the game of Injustice, like Superman, like he is whining and complaining he couldn't get what he wanted because he lost the love of his life, including his unborn child from Lois Lane, and then because he blames the Joker. And now the Joker feel like, welcome to my world. Now how does that feel? And if only the Joker didn't do this, and now that the bad guys are now and the villains are now blaming the Joker because he should have not done this, and now it's affecting everybody, including the superheroes. It's not like villains turn to heroes and some heroes turn to villains. And now I know how that feels. So yeah, like Superman, he can't like Injustice Superman, he can't always get what he wants, including on the second game. So now I understand why and how. So the goal, treat others the way you want to be treated, and also when you can't always get what you want, there are times that will not go your way. Usually try or Not, don't try. Do or do not. There is no try. Do or do not. Be content with what you have. If you're not prepared for, like, try to like add a little bit of imagination and just charge up ahead, even if you're not prepared from what you are ready for to do. So I need to be ready next time. And when I'm ready for next time, I'll need to be ready and be prepared. Usually because some places that have really good cell service and other places not very great cell service. I mean, there are some places that have great Wi-Fi internet and some places not so great Wi-Fi internet. You know what I mean. And there you have it. And that is my side of things. And like I said, if you guys have any other questions, I'm right here. And those are like my conclusions right there. Those are my absolute conclusions. And there you go. Yeah. If you have questions now, ask away before I end the live stream. So the lesson is this. Treat others the way you want to be treated and also be content of what you have, because sometimes it will not go in your way during the day and you can't always get what you want. Because why? There are obstacles and challenges in life. And once again, I had to learn again. Why? Because it helped us because it usually it reminds us of what it is. So in the book of Philippians, chapter 4, verse 8, even though some people may agree or not with me or not, or strongly, so Philippians 4, verse 8, so finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, and if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. Usually, once again, I was kind of like the opposite again. The opposite. So, yeah. Philippians 4, verse 8. Definitely is something that I had to go back to. And now I finally was able to finally be able to, yeah. It was difficult for me because whew. So like I said, it was really hard, and now I had to go back to that verse and something that I had to be reminded of, Philippians 4, verse 8. Whether it's on the book of Proverbs or I go into the book of Hebrews, and it was, like I said, it was, yeah. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and also, you can't always get what you want because, well, yeah. Because life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you are going to get. Thank you, Blazer. Thank you very much. It was, it is something. I was like, so, yeah. I was like, you know, in Proverbs 3 7, chapter 3, verses 7 and 9, it says, Be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase. So, yeah, I mean, I wanted not only try to honor my family, but I feel like I wasn't honoring the Lord because I was having a bad day. So it was just so once again, yeah. And that kind of leads me back into Philippians 4 verse 8. It's funny how I wasn't thinking any virtue and thinking on these things. So what's her? I mean, my sister Izzy. I mean, going with good report, and if there was virtue, and she had virtue, and if there be any praise, that's honorable. I think on these things, yeah. And also in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And yeah, so something that I had to go back in the book of Philippians, and not to mention in the book of Proverbs. Funny, I find the book of Proverbs is kind of like one of my favorites. And it was something that I had to go through again and again and again. So, whew. So yeah, it's. I'm glad that those who still care about, even though I was in a time of distress and all that, and I was I you know I feel like there was like a stumbling block, like right in front of my face, and I just don't know what to. I feel like I need to get out of it. I mean, yeah, all of this and that. So, God mocks the proud, or should I say, well, resisted the proud, or he mocked, I mean, the proud mocks God and he repays them back, but he gives grace to the humble. So, there you go. So also in First Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21, it says, "Prove all things, hold fast that which is good." And I wasn't holding fast that which is good. I feel like, yeah. And now I feel like when it comes to like respect and facing the challenges and obstacles that are coming in my way, it's like it's right in front of my face. I wanted to get up and make it count the most. So finally, I finally understand why. So, yeah. So, here's something. I in the book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse verses 15 and 16. Let's see. "By him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to God continue, that is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks to his name. But do to good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices God is well pleased." I mean, when it comes to like, but do good and to communicate, forget not. And I usually forget there was no virtue when it comes to that. And now I have to be reminded about the golden rule and also about treating others the way you want to be treated. And also, you can't always get what you want when it comes to obstacles. I mean, I wasn't fully prepared completely. And now, and like I said, when it comes, so Philippians 4, verse 8 really is something to behold. So, yeah, I would say it's starting to become one of my favorite verses. So, once again, so finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue and if there be any praise, think on these things. And my sister was doing that. I wasn't. So finally, I get to understand and this, and you know what? I finally get the gist of it. I wasn't thinking on these things. I wasn't thinking any virtue, of good report. Philippians 4, verse 8 is like an important lesson. I mean, if you forget that you don't have good report, no virtue, not whatsoever things that it's like not pure, not lovely, go back to like Philippians 4, verse 8, and treat others the way you want to be treated. And also, that's the golden rule. And also, remember, you can't always get what you want, but because if things don't go in your way, just remember, something about what to do. Oh. So love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law. That is in Romans chapter 13, verse 10. And also in chapter 13, verse 13, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying. And in verse 14, but put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. And in chapter 14, verse 1, it says, him that is weak in the faith receive ye, but not to doubtful disputations. And also in Romans chapter 14, verse 5, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So that is also something else when it comes to having a bad day. So in verse 6, he that regardeth the day regardeth it unto the Lord, and he that regardeth not the day to the Lord, he doth not regard it. He that eateth, eateth to the Lord, for he giveth God thanks, and he that eateth not to the Lord, he eateth not, and giveth God thanks. So yeah. So there you go. It is something, once again, about something for those who are having a bad day or what. You know what? Hopefully that really helps. And whew. So I hope you guys hear what I said about this and that. So yeah. Like I said, I was just like I was completely, like I said, I was just, completely lost. But now that I'm already better, hopefully hopefully it will get better for me tomorrow. But I know I'm on a better mood today, and hopefully in another better mood tomorrow, and happy as I can be. And there you go. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this live stream. And thank you guys for those who come to me and hearing me out from what I have to say. So I have to be content of what I have, and hopefully I'm ready to attack the day head on, but with the fruit of the Spirit. I hope you guys enjoy this live stream as much as I do, and thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And tell me, what do you guys think of this live stream? Mash that like button and or share this video. And also, I'll be going to prom tomorrow if I can or not. But I will be going to the Nostalgia Con tomorrow. But who knows? I'm not going to fully record videos. I'm not gonna fully record like people like, but I'm just gonna like see the buildings and stuff and that stuff and like some videos and then all of a sudden and once I'm done, I will do like the Nostalgic Con post live stream and there you go. So, and also, like I said, the event is free, and also I am not too far from the Special Olympics state championships, and that is June 7th. I have the opening ceremonies, and that is June 6th. I have the law enforcement torch run, and that is June the 4th. And I can hardly wait to do those. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming, and thank you so much for watching. Also, once again, don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. As your main owner and founder of this entire channel, who like to take chances, making mistakes, and getting messy, who likes peanut butter and chocolate and or breakfast for dinner. For I am main event Leo Wolverine, who likes to take chances, making mistakes, getting messy, and who also likes to yeet in the chat, yeet in the commentary, yeet in the live stream, yeet on a video premiere, all day and night, in and out. Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. And I will see you guys. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow's premiere video of another Donkey Kong Country game. Which I will be doing. So that's gonna be happening tomorrow. And I also will be busy with some recording videos of WWE 2K24, the My Rise storyline of Undisputed. So there you go. Friendship is magic for everyone. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day and or evening. And I feel so much better and I have to bring this out into the open. But like I said, if you guys have any questions and answers, I guess that is over, and I am definitely going to end this live stream. And before I end this live stream, I only have one thing to say, like I always do before I end the live stream, just like I always do most on some of my videos, if only was most. Anyways, yeet! Woo! See ya!